What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to start this one off by apologising. I'm quite sick after coming back from Amsterdam. What a trip that has been, and them two videos on the channel have done absolutely amazing. They're the two ones before this, so go and check that one out if you haven't already, and thank you as if you have watched them ones and hopefully you enjoyed it. But today's video is going to be back to the more normal type of stuff until hopefully we get through in the last round of 32, and then possibly, depending on where that one is, there might be another away day trip with the fans on that. Let's get into today's video. Like if you enjoy it and subscribe if you haven't already.
Bring in there. What do you call it? Right, so Jack's on the bench and
hope you enjoyed the clips of the atmosphere there. I'm not going to lie, the atmosphere was quite flat at times. Like, the noisiest it was when we scored our 5th goal, and then also knowing that 6 would have literal joined everything with them, and obviously 7 would have put us top of the league today. That was like the noisiest it really was today. I think a big bit of that will be, I'm not going to lie, it was literally Baltic today, for lack of a better word to describe it. It was absolutely frozen. That second half was absolutely diabolical. I was just wanting loads of goals scored so that I could leave a couple of minutes early at the end. Usually I don't do that, usually I'm always the final whistle, but today was just an absolute exception. So I'm going to start this off by going over some of the predictions that we had before the game. From a Twitter poll, 59% of you guys thought Rangers would win by 3 or more goals today, so well done to yous. 40% thinking Rangers win, 1% thinking a draw, and 0% thinking Hearts. So that, to be fair, is probably one of the most one-sided polls I've had in a while. Usually it's like 2 or 3% the other way, which doesn't seem that big, but 1% compared to 2 and 3 in that type of poll is quite a big jump. We've got Bob saying 3-1 is my prediction. I think it'll be fairly comfortable, but can see him nicking a goal. Unfortunately, Bob's good run of predictions can't keep going. He's got this one wrong, but of course the win's still the win. We've got Andrew Bluebells, who has absolutely nailed it, saying I think 5-0, get at them early and kill the game for half time. We did have another getting the score bang on. It was Sean Sturgeon saying 5-0 to us. He predicted an Alfredo hat-trick, Kent one and a Rebo one. She was along the right tracks with the goal scorers, but well done in getting the scoreline correct. And 2 more here. We've got Bayret and BH1872 both getting predictions right. They said 4-1 to Rangers and 4-0 Rangers, so pretty close. But in general, I thought my prediction today before the game was 4-0 to Rangers. There was only 2 changes before from the midweek game against Feyenoord. It was Arfield came in for Ojo and Aribo came into the middle of the pitch to just Ryan Jack getting rested. Of course, we've got 2 huge games coming up, Aberdeen midweek and Celtic away. So to go over the actual game itself, I thought the first couple of minutes were pretty scrappy. I think a big part of that would just be possibly some tired legs, but then just going from the level of playing in Holland against Feyenoord to then coming at home to a team that's totally different, just going to sit, park the bus, play for a draw, play to try and nick a goal, that sort of thing, just break up play and play dirty at Ibrox. But then we got our flow. We did get our flow eventually, and it was a lovely first goal. Alfredo's got a thing for scoring headers at the moment. Again, a lovely ball in from Borna Barisic and Kamara, the man who's rumoured to be going to Juventus. I mean, take of that what you will. He is a great player, as long as the money's right. I can't see him not wanting to go there, especially not being like a born and bred Rangers fan, you know, like we couldn't really blame him for turning in Juventus if that sort of thing does happen. But yeah, that move was started off brilliantly. Kamara faked like he was going to shoot past it outside. Borna had the time, picked a lovely header out to Alfredo at the back post. One of the quietest I've seen Ibrox today was when Alfredo was lying down. He usually goes down sometimes just because he's that physical type of player, but he's always getting back up. This time he stayed down and the medical staff come on, and I think everyone was kind of going, oh my, please no, please no. But he got up and thankfully he was okay to carry on. He almost got his second goal not that much later. Tav crossed the lovely ball into the box. Alfredo took a good touch. The Hearts player recovered well. Alfredo turned him. Hearts shot off. It was just blocked by a couple of players and the goalkeeper, which all kind of swarmed him by that time. But then, not long after that, we did indeed get the second goal. It was a Rebo who stepped up today and got a good assist into Kent, who it's good to see him getting in the goals again now. Hopefully it continues that for the rest of the season. So at half time, I'm thinking, this is a good chance to get the goals back up, to get closer to Celtic. Hopefully, try and pit them today and try and get 7 goals if possible. We didn't get far off from that today, to be fair. The second half, we started off strong. Tav was a chance to score really early. Kent was in the box. It was just, Tav just never put enough to fizz the ball across. It should have been a guaranteed goal. Can't miss them sort of chances against better opposition like Wednesday and Sunday. But thankfully, not long after that, the goals came thick and fast. The Borna, he was robbed of another assist. That was a beautiful ball in from a free kick he done in Goldson. Free header, all time in the world. Just unfortunate to put it wide. The Goldson, I think, actually could have had a couple of goals today. Hopefully in another day he would have bagged them, but not that it mattered too much today. And then the third goal came, Tav again. He had a pretty good game today, to be fair to Tavernier. Got down to that byline, fizzed the ball across. Alfie was going to tap it in, so Christoph Berra had to put something on it. And unfortunately for him, and fortunately for us, that ended up in the back of the net, making it 3-0. So with the game being won at this point, with about 25 minutes to go, Ken and Alfie both came off just to get them rested, keep them fresh for, of course, these big games coming up. It was Ojo and Stuart who come on. Ojo, who's been criticised recently for his type of performances by, hold my hands up, say myself and other fans alike, but to be fair, he was alright when he came on today. He set up the first goal pretty well, determined play to win the ball back off the Hearts play in the middle. Was it a foul, was it not? I've not seen it back, but the boy certainly stayed down injured from the challenge anyway. I think it was actually a tough and fair challenge. He won the ball back, hit a shot from inside the box, and then Greg Stewart, right place, right time to pick up that rebound and get a goal. And not long after that again, we had Defoe. I think it was almost similar to the goal we scored against Aberdeen when we hammered them at Ibrox, where Joe Lewis ran out. Defoe tried to dink one up and over the keeper. Unfortunately, he just put too much on that. But then the fifth was sealed, and it was Rangers' 10,000th goal. And it was Greg Stewart again. It was a more good play from him. Right place, right time. It was a lot of deflections. I think it first started with a Defoe shot. There was a lot of scrambling in the box, and it just fell luckily to Stewart, who finished it off. I mentioned to our defence as well, who today I thought were pretty solid. They dealt with like Piazzu pretty well. He's not the easiest player to play against. He's not like a good footballer, but he's just an annoying physical presence is the best way to describe it. And I thought they dealt with him pretty well today, and it was good to keep another clean sheet. Going over the man of the match poll today, it was won by a landslide by Stephen Davis. 74% of people saying Stephen Davis would earn their man of the match. 12% saying Alfie. 8% saying Borna Barisic, and 6% saying other people. For me, it was Borna today, but cannot disagree with Davis. I thought there's a few that could have earned it today, but Davis, he really was exceptional today. Some of the comments on that, we've got Roberto saying Davis is just getting better and better each game, and then Bob's chipped in with absolutely class performance today from our famous team. Result was never in doubt, and what could have ended up just another comfortable win ended up being a rout in the end. Davis man of the match for me, and congrats to Stuart for getting Rangers' 10,000th league goal. That is going to be all for today's video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you're still here, leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. But once again, thank you all for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.